Welcome to The Explainer. Now, when you think about artificial intelligence in real estate, you might picture something way off in the future, right? Well, the truth is, it's already here, and it's making a huge difference. Today, we're going to dig into the data and see the real story of how AI is transforming the industry as we speak.
So to really get a grip on just how big this shift is, we're going to kick things off with one single powerful statistic from a recent report by Realtor Property Resource. And believe me, this number really changes the whole conversation.
Yep, you heard that right. A whopping 82% of agents have already brought AI into their day-to-day work. This isn't some trend that's on the horizon. It's a tool that has landed, and it's landed in a big way.
Okay, so whenever you see a number that high, it immediately makes you wonder, right? Why are so many agents jumping on this technology so fast? What does AI actually look like in their daily grind?
Well, the answer isn't some big, dramatic revolution. It's actually really practical. See, agents aren't being replaced. They're getting a superpowered digital assistant that's built to handle the most draining parts of their job.
And check this out. The #1 benefit by a long shot is crystal clear: saving time. A full 71% of agents say this is the top value they get from AI. And for almost a third of them, we're talking about saving over 4 hours every single week. I mean, that's like getting half a workday back.
So you're probably asking, how exactly are they getting all this time back? The answer is pretty simple: writing. Look at this. The most popular AI applications by far are writing tools. Almost 8 out of every 10 agents are using AI for text-based tasks, which, is a massive part of their job.
So what this really boils down to is that agents are using AI as this incredibly effective communications assistant. The top areas where it's making a difference: writing property descriptions, pumping out social media posts, and drafting emails. By automating all of this marketing grunt work, they're freed up to focus on the human side of things, like negotiating and actually building relationships with clients.
Okay, but it's not all sunshine and roses. Even with this crazy high adoption rate, there's this hidden tension bubbling just under the surface. While agents are definitely using the tools, they're not totally sold on them just yet.
And this is where you can really see that tension I'm talking about. Sure, about 2/3 of agents feel at least somewhat confident using AI-generated content, but look at that other slice. Over 1 in 6 are not confident at all. A pretty clear trust gap is starting to show.
And their worries are really specific. The #1 concern from 63% of agents is accuracy. Can they actually trust the information the AI gives them? And that's followed really closely by fears about legal issues, compliance, and the very real risk of misinterpreting sensitive market data.
Reggie Nicolai, the senior vice president at RPR, he just put it perfectly. He said the conversation is totally shifted. It's not about trying to get agents to use AI anymore. It's all about building their trust and confidence in the tools they're already working with every day.
All right, so we've got this weird situation, right? Usage is through the roof, but confidence is shaky. So what's the fix? How do you solve a confidence crisis when the technology is already pretty much everywhere?
What's really interesting is that the thing holding agents back from diving even deeper into AI isn't fear or resistance. It's much simpler. It's a lack of training and guidance. A lot of them just feel overwhelmed by all the options and honestly aren't sure where to begin.
And the solution they're asking for makes total sense. They're not looking for long, boring courses. Nope. They want short video tutorials and hands-on workshops that are directly connected to the real-world stuff they have to do every day. Practical, bite-sized learning.
And this brings us back to Reggie Nicolai, who just sums up the whole situation perfectly. Agents are being incredibly practical about this. They're jumping on AI for tasks where the value is obvious and the risk is low, but they're also being smart and cautious in the more sensitive areas. Which really just leaves us with this final thought to chew on. As AI gets more and more woven into the fabric of real estate, maybe the real challenge isn't about mastering prompts in software. Maybe it's about building a deep, professional, and just unshakable trust in the answers that AI gives.